a lot of young artists, I think, maybe might feel the need to like put on a whole performance. And I always thought that, you know, if you weren't a dancer, you can just not dance and like do something else. But you're showing that you can actually be a dancer and you can really just own any craft, whether that's, you know, music or dancing or lots of other different things.
Right. I really take pride in that because I knew that I wanted to incorporate dance and some type of movement with my music. But I knew that I wasn't a dancer, but I was still open to it. And, you know, I'm glad that it was because look at the impact now.
Exactly. So growing up, did you watch a lot of other female performers, whether that be like, for example, me, I grew up on a lot of like Britney Spears. So I was constantly watching her singing and dancing and stuff. So do you have any idols like that as well?
Yes, I kind of really watched Beyonce.
Okay.
Also because my mom, she always had her performances on, her documentaries, her movies. It was always playing in my house. So even if I didn't want to watch it, I was watching it. So it was just always there for me to, you know, observe, get little things that she would do. So I've definitely watched Beyonce.
Love that.
Rihanna's performances for sure. Just everything. Even when, you know, award shows would come on, I would just sit there for the performances. I really didn't care who won.
For it.
But yeah, I just love performances and, you know, learning from them.
Oh, I love that. So when did, you know, songwriting start for you? Because did that happen simultaneously when you started singing? Because I have seen you sing covers of other people's music on YouTube, which is great. And then, you know, it's crazy that you can also write something that's so impactful and great as well. So did songwriting happen at the same time as singing, or did it come later?
So songwriting kind of was pretty sparse in, you know, my life. When I was little, I would write, you know, some songs here and there. But when I really took it seriously and I really wrote a whole, you know, song, I was 16.
Oh, wow.
So it wasn't, you know, too long ago.
Yeah. So for anybody who doesn't know, Liyah's actually 17 years old. Yes. And you would never know just by the way that she carries herself, honestly, because, you know, I was talking a little bit earlier outside to some people at Cay Radio, and I was literally fangirling over you because I am so just impressed by Gen Z, I want to say, just because you're accomplishing so much that I thought couldn't be accomplished at this age.
Thank you.
Yeah. So how did you really just, you know, take yourself seriously and say, you know what, no, I'm going to make music. I'm going to do this. Because a lot of people say, you know, it's not a traditional job, or they're saying, oh yeah, like, you know, you have big dreams. They're not going to happen. But for you, they seem like they're happening.
Right. Honestly, I've always wanted to perform. I've always wanted to sing. That was just something that was always embedded in my spirit, in my life. So I really had to look at myself and be like, all right, do I want to regret it or do I want to do it? So I really just made that little, you know, that little step of, okay, well, if I do this, I can't give up. So I didn't have to plan my whole entire career in that moment. I just had to promise to myself that if I start it, I have to finish it. Stay committed, yeah. Exactly. So that was, you know, the change that I made and worked out.
You actually said something that really, really stuck with me, which was also in your manifesto interview. But you said that, you know, it was that you don't have dreams for no reason, basically, and that if you have a dream that it isn't achievable. And that's so interesting to me because I find, you know, a lot of people have these dreams and they think that they're big fantasies, but you are really showing the world that you can really accomplish whatever the hell you want to.
Yeah. Literally.
Yeah.
I think that we are our biggest obstacle. You know, like I used to self-doubt a lot and, you know, oh my God, can I actually sing? And, you know, can I actually write music? I've never written music before, but I just had to get past the mental and then, you know, not think about it and just do it, just literally.
We were talking a little bit about astrology as well. So you're a Virgo.
Y'all, I'm a Virgo. I am a Virgo.
A Virgo. And you say that you are a Virgo to the T. So you really are believing in astrology and you really believe that you're a Virgo.
Yeah. Only recently I actually started looking at my horoscope. Okay. And I'm like, yeah, that's on point.
That's like, you. So what are some of the things that they say about Virgos that you definitely are?
Ooh. Okay. Perfectionists.
Okay.
Overthinkers. What else? we peep stuff from the jump. So like, you know, just
intuitive, like, you know, things are happening. It's so funny because, you know, all of those qualities that you said are also like the qualities that successful people really have, like perfectionists, like, you know, been able to peep stuff. Exactly. Yes. Beyonce. Speaking of Beyonce, so were you a big fan of Beyonce? Well, I'm like trying to do the math. Destiny's Child was around. You still like Destiny's Child, right? And I know that you are also the type of young lady who's actually influenced by older music as well. Like, I know that you love gospel music. Yes. And I know that you're also a big fan of Liyah. So were you watching Destiny's Child as well, or was it more like, okay, Beyonce, you are the one that I'm looking at and can feel connected to because, you know, there's that Virgo aspect?
Honestly, I didn't really process that she was a Virgo until later on, because I didn't really, you know, bother with the whole astrology and, you know, being a Virgo and stuff. But I did love some of the Destiny's Child songs, but also I praised Beyonce. Yeah. Like, you know, just her solo music, I was just in love with.
For sure. I think I was really blown away. I've always been blown away by Beyonce, but obviously after I saw like her Homecoming, the documentary, I was like, okay.
So good.
Now this is crazy. And I don't see how, you know, anyone can just be like, oh, like it's Beyonce. Like, no, she's putting in a lot of work. But that's what Virgos do.
Right. Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about your family life. I want to know. I am a very, very, I want to say, every time I come here, I feel like I'm hounding people with questions, so don't mind me. But I'm a super fan, so I want to know what is your family life like, and what is your background, if you don't mind me asking?
My background, so I'm going to touch on that because it's just quicker. So my dad is African and Indian.
Okay.
And he was born in Uganda.
Oh.
And he came here not too long ago. Mm-hmm. My mom is Canadian, Guyanese, and Chinese.
Oh, that's
so
beautiful.
There's a lot going on. And my family life, we're all very in tune with each other. So there's not a moment that, you know, we don't know what's going on with each other. We're all very connected.
I love that.
You know? So.
And are there other people in your family as well who have, you know, leaned towards a musical career, or is it just you?
My mom.
Oh,
my
wow.
mom, definitely. She was my first example, really, because she took me to choir practice. She would sing in the house. Most of the music came from, you know, both of my parents, but my mom, she can sing. So definitely an inspiration.
So basically, we're going to get one day, I hope, like a joint cover. Like, imagine like a mother-daughter, or even like a Christmas song. That'd be so good.
She's brought it up.
Has she?
Yeah.
That's
I'm like,
funny.
Yeah.
So why not? Why not yet?
You know what? I think that we'd have to find the perfect song to do
true.
that for. Maybe we could write one together. I don't know, but.
That would be never seen before, honestly. That would be really good.
That would be cool.
Exactly. So in terms of new music, I know, well, I can imagine, because I want new music from you. I am like so excited just to see what you have in store. What can we look forward to from you? And how would you, you know, describe music that you want to make or that's coming out?
So I have the acoustic version of Always There coming out.
I saw it.
June 4th.
June 4th, yep.
So excited for that. With that song, we wanted to bring a whole different vibe. It's going to be the same meaning, the same words, but, you know, it's going to feel like a different song. It's going to be very, very emotional. So that's coming out June 4th. And the music that I will be making in the future, very real, very honest. I want everybody to relate and to pull up an experience that they've had before. So I just want people to, at the end of the day, connect with my music and really understand the message that I'm trying to get out.
I'm super excited for your music, and it's so funny because, you know, you're saying it's going to be a whole different vibe, but the same song. And that's so true, because I feel like I'm even imagining this acoustic version in my head, and I can imagine that, you know, you're really going to take in those lyrics a little bit more when they are, you know, they'll slow down.
For sure. For sure. It was a different vibe while recording it. You know, we had the guitarist, he came in and he did a great job, and I'm so excited for people to hear it. I can't wait.
So take me a little bit through recording for you when you're in the studio. Do you like to work alone? Do you prefer to work with a group of people? And how did this song come about?
So while recording, I record with my producer, T Nice. Shout out T Nice. And then my manager, Ryan. Okay. And, of course, the engineer. Yep. And I really don't mind if, other people come in, if it's just me. I think that it's a mental thing for me. And, as long as I can take myself to that place of whatever emotion that is in the song, I will do, perfectly fine. Mm-hmm. How Always There came about, T-Nice sent me a beat. It was fire, so I knew I had to really step up with it. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what does this make me feel like? This makes me feel confident. So I'm like, I had to come with something that everyone can relate to, girl and guy, Yep. So I just wanted, people to feel like they're top.
Yeah. They're the
with
shit.
This song.
I'll say it for you. They're the shit.
Thank you.
Was it the first beat that you heard? Or what, did you hear a bunch of different beats and you're like, okay, no, this is the beat that I want?
Right. So how it works with my team and I, they send me like 5 beats at a time, yep. 2, 3, so I kind of work like that. So when I got sent that one, I was like, okay, this
is the banger.
So I had to come with something crazy. And, I also got help from my producer and my manager. And it just, when we all work together, it's just unbelievable.
I actually heard that you might have switched up the chorus, but in the studio.
Right.
Yeah. So how was that? Were you expecting a switch? And now are you happy with how the song turned out?
Yes, I wasn't expecting the switch, but that's why I have a producer, because he hears things that I don't. So the energy was building up, and then it just kind of took a different turn. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, I have to come with something different. So I literally wrote the hook in the studio in like 5 minutes.
Damn.
And I'm like, all right, how's this? And then we were feeling it. We were like, all right, this is it. So I wasn't really expecting it, but now I'm very happy that we made that change. I
love it. It's really a great song, and it really is. I don't even know how to put into words to describe this debut single, and it's very impressive as a debut single as well, just because you've packaged it so perfectly and so nicely. Yeah, right in a bow. We were on TikTok a little bit earlier. We were on your TikTok, and we were talking about TikTok. So you're really into TikTok. I feel like this is like the perfect TikTok song.
Yes.
First of all, I love it. I think right after this, I'm going to try to make my own dance to it.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? But so how has TikTok been affecting your, I guess, debut? And has it been? Just because I know on social media, like the best way to find a new artist is usually organically through a social media app.
Right. So the crazy thing is I've only been active with TikTok for about 3 days.
Wow.
And it's been really good because a lot of people are, tuning in. They're very what's the word? They're just communicating with me, and I love when I can build a community and talk to people. So I've only been, on it for 3 days, but it's really building up.
I was going to say I feel like that's good and that's great to hear. And what you're saying is almost like people feel more connected when they know the face behind the music, right?
For sure.
And it's so nice sitting in front of you just because you were a breath of fresh air and you're so like light and airy. And I can definitely see you going very, very far. And I'm super excited for you. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
So in a perfect world, just because I'm saying this because it's COVID right now, if you could fly anywhere and go anywhere right now, where would your dream vacation be?
Oh my goodness. My dream vacation would be, I would love to go to Italy.
Italy.
I don't know where, but I need to go there. I need to go there. I think the whole scenery is beautiful. And I would just want to walk through it and just really embrace it. I can't wait.
Have you ever been to Europe before?
No, I've never Never.
And have you ever, I guess, left the country before and been on different vacations?
So not too many
yet.
times. You know, I stay in Canada, but you know, soon that will change.
Yeah,
and
it definitely will. And you're gonna be booked and busy soon. So don't even stress. And you know what's so funny is that I'm asking you all these questions and I'm forgetting you have so much life still to live. You really, really do. And I'm so excited for you. I'm like almost speechless over here. So, Northbound is a show where we only play Canadian and, you know, local emerging music. Are there any local emerging artists that you are a fan of or that you would one day want to collaborate with?
You know what?
You're also allowed to say Drake. He counts. We're talking all Canadian artists.
All Canadian?
All local. He's local.
Okay.
He lives right up the street, probably. She's like, where?
Let me look. You know what? There's so many. But Drake, you know, would be pretty cool. Tory Lanez would be cool as well. Justin Bieber, you know,
yes.
I'm a believer, so
I'm a believer too.
Yeah, he's great. So I would love to, you know, work with him. But that's really it. I mean, I feel like I kind of live under a rock because I need to get more familiar with, you know,
for sure,
artists
and
in the city.
Exactly. And then so that's why I love, you know, inviting people to Northbound as well, because I feel like I'm going to be like, Liyah, look at all these artists. And she was already being like, oh, this song's really good. Like, who's this? And then also it gives, you know, the audience to really be introduced to you.
Right.
Because a lot of people in Toronto, you know, we kind of feel stuck here, or we feel like it's very competitive with, you know, the States. Right. But we can do it with the support of each other, right, in the community. Yeah. And I love that you really want to know your fans and be out there.
Right.
So can we look forward to any covers from you in the future? Just because I know that you had the few YouTube covers. Are you going to do any more?
So it's funny that you bring that up because I'm on TikTok. I'm going to start a episode, a trend of Friday night vibes.
Okay.
And basically, I just wanted to, you know, chill out and just really sing, you know, and be vulnerable and be real with the viewers. So that is something that, you know, everyone can look forward to. I'm going to be doing that on TikTok every Friday night. And I'm really excited.
I love that. Is that going to be on like TikTok Live then?
It's going to be...
Or is it going to be like a video? Because some people make, you know, people make videos all the time, and they always also make really sick remixes and like verses, which I can definitely see you doing verses on songs.
Yeah, you know what? It would be a video. Sometimes I would do live, just depending on, you know, who's watching and, you know, the engagement, but definitely video so that people could go back to it and be like, yo, look at what she did, or, you know, or duet with it. That would be really cool.
Yeah. And I guess for my last question before we wrap it up is, what can we expect from you in 2021 for the rest of the year?
Yeah, what you guys can expect is new projects for sure.
Nice.
You know, this acoustic that's coming out.
June 4th, remember
June
it.
4th.
Write it down.
I'm so in love with it. You know, I feel like I get to have it all to myself until it comes out. I'm just listening to it every day.
I love that.
But honestly, me and my team are just really working, you know, really hard and, you know, just trying to make quality music. So that's just what we're focused on right now.
And for this acoustic, you know, you said there was a guitarist on the original Always There. So is it the same, are you working with the same production team for the acoustic? Or is it a secret?
It's going to have to be a secret,
It's a secret. Okay, that's
I love you all, though.
Oh, I love that. So for anybody, you know, who is listening and wants to be in your shoes right now, or wants to start their music career and feels like they can't, or, you know, has that self-doubt, whether that be because they're a female in the industry, which we know is hard, or whether them be a younger person like yourself, what advice would you give to anybody who is looking to take music seriously?
I would say believe in yourself. I would say to just do it. Don't think about it. Don't try and plan too far ahead. Don't, you know, just do it for money.
Yeah.
You know, you have to really want to do it. You know, you have to have a love for it. And I think that, you know, you have to really work hard. As much as you love something, nothing in life is fair. So you're going to have to put those extra hours. You're going to have to sacrifice a lot for what you're trying to do. So make sure that this is what you're going to do. And whoever stands in your way, you know, you got to block them out.
Exactly. Block them right out. And, you know, word for word, this is what you said. You said, there is not a dream within me that is not supposed to be there. And that's what you said in your manifesto interview that really stuck with me. And you know what? I am going to take that page out of your book and carry that on with me for the rest of my life, just because I feel like that is really, really great advice. And I really admire you for putting yourself out there, just because a lot of people wouldn't, and they would be scared of the judgment. You know, as a new artist, especially coming up in the Toronto scene where it's not always very friendly, right?
Right.
Thank you so much for being here, Liyah. I am so happy that you're here, and I want to invite you back for whenever you're dropping some new music, because I am a huge fan of you. I really am. And we're going to listen to Always There one more time right here on Northbound, because I love the song, and I'm going to let you say goodnight to everybody.
Well, thank you guys so much for having me. Thank you everyone for listening, and you know, tune in for June 4th.
Yep, June 4th.
And yeah, thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank you. So make sure you follow her on Instagram. Your Instagram is forever Liyah _, right?
Just forever Liyah.
Just forever Liyah, no underscore. I made that up in my head.
For TikTok. So you're right.
Pat on the back to me. I tried. Well, thank you so much, Liyah. And this is, again, Always There by Liyah, her debut single. Make sure you also check out the music video, because it is a flawless perfection of work. And you get to see Liyah dancing with her 4 dance classes, which is crazy to me. Thanks so much, guys. I'll see you next week right here on Northbound.
Sorta feels like you don't even care.